Hello, everyone. So, welcome back. It's me and Naeem again.
Hello.
So, we're taking over for David, who still can't be here with us.
He's a very busy guy. He's got a lot to work on.
Yeah.
And here we have round 2 of the Birmingham VGCS, which will be Nova Grappler versus Link Joker. Chaos, yeah. Victor versus Chaos. Nice little matchup.
Yeah.
And we're going to get right into it.
Yep.
So what do you think about this matchup, Sid?
Well, it's interesting. Chaos is, in my opinion, would technically be currently the main anti-meta deck of this current meta. Well, Nova Grappler right now do have a lot of ability to gain resist. They even have the unlocker G Guard, which can play to their advantage, but they are slow. So it'll come. I think it's mostly come down to how quickly and how skillfully the Chaos player can play all of their own.
Oh, that hurts.
Skills. Yeah.
The Victor player opens with no grade 1s in hand, SG assist to grade 1. Both players. Oh, actually no. So the Chaos player opened up with a PG of his own, whereas the Victor player is able to find a 7k. You might try and make something work here. Part of I feel how Victor can win this matchup is just by getting to the late game, because once he gets there, he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
And against Chaos, it's super easy because Chaos also has no early game.
Yeah. But would you? The early game do come in at the grade 3, so I would say.
Yeah, but their early game and Victor's early game are at the same level. They're both at grade 3, right? So you're not going to see Chaos rush at grade 2 or anything.
Yeah. Because Nova main's grade early game is coming down to that grade 2 that restands if you have a Victor Vanguard.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of that unit, but it also has resist, and it's a once per turn restand skill.
It's a Golsachi.
Golsachi, yeah, that's the one. So he uses
Star to fetch is that a Crisis?
I think that was close. Yeah.
They've got very similar arts. Calls a booster behind the Vanguard, no guard, easy.
So Dry Track's one of the on call from Jobson guys, so it's
alright. It's not the easiest way to lock Victor is to just have them call units, because they need to call units to keep winning, and they've got no way of getting rid of them before the end of the turn.
Yeah. So Nova Grappler's choosing to play it light. He's not calling any rearguard, mostly probably fearing for the lock.
Smart, probably, because he can. The Chaos player can. Oh, nice heal.
That helps to counteract the crit that the Nova Grappler just pull off.
Yeah, damage count's basically equal at this point, and with you can see the shakiness of the table. This is the same table that was at Dawn.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see the Chaos player. I think he's gonna ride close here. Yes. Yeah. So he's unable to get the Crisis on lock. He's almost one, discard 1 to lock a card, locks the starter. I don't think that's a big play. I think Victor is actually not that good. And
he also
just left it unlocked.
He also loosed out on some of the actual draw power that would have come with Crisis.
Yeah, and I think, sorry, the reason he did lock the starter was so that he could use Mulecton to Counterblast 2 and force him, basically use Chaos Universe's skill. He gets the Counterblast back with Zinc.
So there goes another Zinc.
So this Chaos player is actually going quite hard for his grade 3 turn. I normally just see them ride and call it a day. Leave their lock for the stride fodder.
And you can only work with one rearguard column, which is going to be tough for the Nova Grappler, as they can't unlock until their G-Guard comes into play.
Yeah, that's right. Or if they have a crit in hand. And yeah, he does have 4 open counterblast, so if he has that crit in hand, he is pretty okay for this turn. Even with one... Oh,
he does.
He has the unlock, but he forgot to stride? Or he was unable to stride.
Interesting.
He chooses not to stride!
He's pushing down his
confused. He puts his entire hand on the board. This is a very ballsy play.
Does he think his recovery engine's good enough to make up for whatever?
Not pre-GB, to be honest. He uses Big Head skill to draw a card. I think he'll end this turn with 4 cards in hand, which against Chaos can be sufficient, but I'm highly skeptical. He gets a draw trigger, so 5 cards in hand. He has a heal and a PG, so he might actually just be okay.
Yeah, that was still a really, really interesting
Very
position.
ballsy.
Yeah, it's not as.
He attacks the Cassandra.
Oh, and then
The Chaos
playing
Harem.
Scott lock with the heal triggers again, so it's back on the recovery.
Yeah.
There goes
So-
the aggression. Yeah.
So Victor actually is okay here because he has no crisis on ride. You could use clauses on stride, but
Now let's see how many new. Let's see how much card new. Ooh, that's a very costly
Cost,
stride. I can see a PG. He had to use a PG for the cost of the stride. So that's 2 PG gone. That's at least 2 PG gone from the Chaos player.
yeah, he's already rolled one and he's I think he rolled one and he damaged one, or he soul charged. Yeah, sorry, he rolled one and he soul charged one. So he's got 1 PG left in his deck.
Is that Universe or is that the new one that lets you draw 2?
That's off. That's Arsony, but he won't draw 2 because his opponent can lock 2.
Yeah.
I would take the lock over the not draw.
He can't lock. He can't lock the one on the right because that one has the resist on the Nova
Yes,
side.
but hold on.
Is there some issue there?
I feel like there is.
What's the issue?
So he was able to lock both of his front and rear guard, front row and back row units.
Yep.
Which means that he shouldn't get the draw.
Did he draw?
He drew 2 cards. Actually,
Wait. Did he use? If he used it, maybe he. Wait, does Close have an on stride lock skill, doesn't it? If he uses, if Close, let me look up Close. If he uses, if Close had the on the right skill, he would have locked one with Close's skill, and then the actual, meaning he can technically use the stride skill to draw 2.
Oh, my bad. Yes. So, Close's stride skill is when you stride on him, discard 1 and he will lock a card.
Yeah. So
That's my bad.
Yeah, he locked one with the stride skill, and then he used the his stride, his vanguard to draw 2.
Yes.
So now,
we see a lot of so Dubnium attacks, which forces the Victor player to lock a card from his hand. Although I think he's pretty happy to do that actually, rather than let Chaos draw a card. It gets pushed to 5 damage.
he's got a trigger, so
Oh, that was a heal as well, which is
Yeah.
pretty good. So he's actually really okay here. He's on 4 now.
yeah.
And I think
That's-
if he is able to stride, he should be able to bring this back to a decent amount with winning champ. And he has a face-up G-guard, so he will be able to flip 1 over and
But he has to discard.
unlock 2.
Yeah, he has to discard 2 again for the stride, which is costly.
Yes, and he's basically forced to stride to Victor Plasma, as I don't think he has the units in hand to be able to do anything.
So he's doing.
Yeah, he calls Victor just so that he has a rear guard for some kind of
Yeah.
attack.
So he actually chose not to discard the Victor for the actual cost skill, the stride skill, just to use it for this purpose.
He drew into the Victor.
Alright. Either way, he has a restanding Vanguard, which is usually really good for Link Joker format matchups.
Yes. Yeah. And the Link Joker player's hand is actually looking quite anemic because he hasn't been on Crisis.
Yep.
And you don't get the consistent draw. And even though he's not been being attacked much, he's still having to guard and not getting the draws at the end of the turn. It really hurts you.
And we also know that he is 2 PG down because he had to ride 1 and discard 1 as a stride skill.
Yeah.
But
So
for-
with only
so-
6 cards in hand, this is going to be pretty difficult to guard. And
And then-
both players are on pretty high damage counts, which means that this is scary.
And Nova Grappa managed to unlock the deadly Zazon.
Yes.
So that's
the
gonna.
Victor player forgotten to pay the cost for. Oh, he was unable to pay the cost for Victor Plasma. It seems. Yeah, he just uses a vanilla stride. Gets a fairly lucky heal.
Again.
This is under heal.
Ooh, things are not looking too good.
This is a very messy game all around, to be honest. I think neither of these players want to be in this situation.
Yeah, no, they all have to overpay the costs, overextending cards for all of their resources.
He manages to ride Chaos Breaker Crisis finally.
Yeah. Not
so
sure if this is gonna hit.
He paid the cost for Ultimate Stride, but he's unable to Ultimate Stride.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we'll see Stark anytime soon.
Stark might have been able to end the game there and then, but
Yeah. He's supposed to go to Deluge.
would Deluge be a great choice? I'm not too sure.
He'll be left with. He's planning to end it here.
Yeah.
So, he's going to be left with 3 cards in hand at the end of turn. Or 4 if he chooses not to lock a card due to W.
He's not gonna be able to make any actual big numbers because the 2 cards he discarded to guard the turn before were the cards he needed to make those numbers.
Yes, and I mean the burn damage is good, so the Victor player is on 4 damage right now, which means that he can't really afford to let the Vanguard hit because he's probably going to check crit.
Yeah.
Swings Vanguard first. This will probably decide it. If he checks a critical trigger, he's likely won because the Victor player only has enough cards in hand to guard one of these attacks. He could draw off of the PG actually, so
yeah,
he had 2 cards in hand.
He discarded the heal, so he's choosing to sacrifice the G Guardian. Interesting.
He only had he had those 2 cards, so it was either G Guard or nothing. Okay. Then he uses Barrier and Skill to count last one and draw 1. He has a 5k shield for the Zinc with the Intercept, so he will probably live this turn.
Question is, can he stride next turn?
That is, yeah. Even if he doesn't, I feel like he should be okay. His opponent's on 5 damage and 4 cards in hand. 4 cards in hand.
And 1 intercept.
That was very confusing. He put his hand
Oh,
Is that a 6 damage heal?
Yes, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, he's on 5.
Oh, is it? Alright, yeah. Oh, he can strike.
Stride, Pog Jab.
Ooh. This might just end him the game.
Yeah, he literally needs to call any unit.
The
Perfect unit.
That's GG. Rhaegar hits, Rhaegar restands, there's no way. That's at least 4 attacks guaranteed.
So, Golsachi attack, standing Victor, giving him another 5k.
Okay.
And 5k from PogChamp. Oh, no, not PogChamp, Winning Champ.
Yeah.
This is going to be a beefy Vanguard, swinging for 31. No guard and 5 damage. My man realizes his fate. He gets no crit, so possibly a 6 damage heal? No, that's
it's close. Yeah.
Oh, that was a very messy game all around.
Yeah.
I feel like I speak for basically everyone basically everyone who was watching this and the 2 players playing it, that they would rather have had literally anything else in their hands.
Well, I would say it's still better than the first game that ended in like 5 minutes. At least they managed to try and do things.
We had 2 turns. We had 2 turns of stride. That was a big win.
Yeah. At least they're not overextending their. Sorry, I mean this game. Everyone was extending costs. So they need to pay more than what they normally needed to in order to do their things.
Yeah, that was an okay game actually. I'd be pretty. I mean, whilst I would be frustrated with not having my ideal rides and things like that, I'd be pretty satisfied with the result of that game, regardless.
How would you, in your opinion, how would you generally rank the matchup between Chaos and Nova Grappler?
I say Victor wins it easy every time.
Yeah.
Victor has not 1 but 2 unlockers. Both in forms of the G Guard and the crit. They can almost always guarantee first stride because Chaos will want to ride first. And if Victor gets first stride, they're in a very good position to win, or at least do very well. And even if the Chaos player retaliates with a G Guard, Chaos isn't exactly like a fast tempo deck. They don't gain much advantage by being on GB2. So I'd say it's a very tough matchup for Chaos.
Which is kind of a weird group. Because when Chaos first came out, the first Chaos, it actually had much more powerful draw engine with the limit break. That actually lets you just draw and retire for the actual every time something unlocks. So it's very much, it seems, the evolution of Chaos is that giving weaker draw engine but increase the actual spammable of the actual locking. So by sacrifice some their elbow draw power, they gain stronger locking skills. But
yeah, it turned draw power into forcing their opponent to discard cards.
But when your opponent is literally unlocking like there's no tomorrow, it's kind of pointless.
All Victor really needs is a full front row, and they can get that very easily.
Yeah.
So it's a very rough matchup for Chaos, I'd say. Right, tune in for round 3 when we'll see. I have no idea what we'll see, but it should be fun.
I think we should have like an exit catchphrase. Like,
An exit catchphrase. Nah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. I think that's enough.
Tune in. This is DGVG. DGVG.
DGVG playing VG at the VGCS.
Yeah. God. That's the own channel's name.